In this second video, we will see the another topic of capacitors, that is effects of dielectrics in capacitors. Effect of dielectrics. Dielectrics means insulators, that is like mica, glass, rubber, plastics, etc. that are all considered as a dielectrics. So in this there are two cases for the effects of dielectrics in capacitors. So first case, when the capacitor is charged with a battery and also the dielectric is inserted after the battery is disconnected. In the second case, when the battery remains connected to the capacitor and also the dielectric is also inserted to the battery remains connected. So these are all the two cases. So first one, we will see about the when the capacitor is disconnected from the battery. First we will connect it and then we will disconnect, then insert a dielectric. So this is the first case. Expression for effects of dielectrics in capacitors. So when the capacitor is disconnected from the battery, on before that we have to connect that capacitors to the battery. So on that time, the capacitor charged by battery of the voltage can be considered as V0 and the charge is Q0. And the capacitance of the capacitor without the dielectric is, that is the capacitor value connected to the battery, C0 is equal to Q0 by V0. So these are all the values when you are connected to the capacitor to the battery. Then insert the dielectrics and disconnect the battery connection. So what will happen? The electric field suddenly decreases. So electric field, now the dielectric is inserted, the values are considered as a E value, that is E is the electric field and E0 is considered as the before that insert the dielectrics, that is initial value. So E is considered as E0 divided by epsilon R. So what is meant by epsilon R? The relative permeability. So what is meant by so epsilon R is a relative permittivity. So as a result of electric field E is equal to E0 by epsilon R, then V0 is also decreases. V0 means the potential difference initially the battery connected, and also the Q0 remains constant before and after the connection and disconnection. So next, the new potential differences. So V0 is decreases now. We have to find out the new potential difference, that is V value. So V is equal to, you know the relation between the electric field and potential difference, V is equal to ED. So is equal to, what is the new value of electric field? E0 by epsilon R into D is equal to V0 by epsilon R, because E0 into D considered as a V0. So V0 by epsilon R. So the new value, the potential difference value is V is equal to V0 by epsilon R. So next we find out the capacitance value. So the capacitance is inversely proportional to potential difference, you know that. So when the V decreases, the C increases. What is meant by C? The capacitance value is increases. Now find the new capacitance value. So C is equal to Q0 by V is equal to, so why we considered as a Q0? It remains constant. So Q0 divided by, what's the new value of V? V is equal to V0 by epsilon R. So that is equal to Q0 epsilon R divided by V0. So what's the value? C is equal to Q0 by V0 epsilon R. So already we know that C0 is equal to Q0 by V0. So that's why substitute that value. So in the above equation, so C is equal to C0 epsilon R. So what is this equation? Conclude that the C value is increases because of the term epsilon R is involved in that. So increases the capacitance value. So this is the answer. So and also therefore, and rearrange that equation also, already we conclude that capacitance value is increases. So C0 is equal to epsilon naught A by D is a general equation. So C is equal to, you have to substitute the above equation, C0 value. So C is equal to substitute E0 A divided by D into epsilon R. So you know that epsilon naught epsilon R is the that is permittivity of a dielectric medium, that is considered as E, that is epsilon in the medium. So E, that is epsilon R is considered as a relative permittivity, epsilon naught is considered as a permittivity in free space, and that can be related by epsilon is equal to epsilon R into epsilon naught. That is considered as permittivity of a dielectric medium. So epsilon is considered as a dielectric medium. So that's why C is equal to epsilon A divided by D. So that is the capacitance value. And also find out the energy stored in capacitor. So the general equation for energy stored in capacitor, U naught is equal to half Q naught square divided by C naught. So this general formula denotes that before insert the dielectric. So that is capacitance is connected to the battery. So that value is general value U naught is equal to half Q naught square divided by C square. After insert the dielectric, so what happens? U is equal to, that can be U naught is converted into U. U is equal to half Q naught square divided by C, because Q naught is a constant, charge is a constant. So is equal to half Q naught square divided by, for instead of C we have to substitute the value of capacitance, so C naught epsilon R. Then finally you will get F of Q naught square divided by epsilon R C naught. So that can be, so you have to separate that epsilon R value separately, then the whole value is considered as half Q naught square divided by C naught is the value of the energy stored in capacitor. So substitute that value, U is equal to half U naught divided by epsilon R. So this equation concludes that this is the energy. This equation concludes the energy value is decreases. This is the decrease in energy value. And the second case is when the battery remains connected to the capacitor. So here there are two cases in this. So the capacitor is charged through the battery in the first A picture represents, and the second is also the dielectric is inserted when the battery is connected. In the before cases we already studied that the dielectric is inserted, the battery is disconnected. So when the second case, when the expression for second case, C naught, V naught, Q naught, or the capacitance and potential difference and charge. So that can be the battery is connected. So next V naught, that can be remains constant. So after inserted the dielectric, the V value, the V naught, that is V naught is also remains constant, that is considered as V, and Q value can be changes. Q is equal to epsilon or Q naught, and also C, that is capacitance value, C is equal to Q by V naught. So is equal to epsilon or Q naught by V naught. So epsilon or Q naught by V naught is considered as C naught. So here C is also equal to epsilon or C naught. In this case also the capacitance value increases after inserting the dielectric. So and also we have to rearrange that C value. So that is C is equal to, you know that C is equal to C naught epsilon or C is equal to, just substitute the value of C naught value, and finally you will get epsilon A by D. Then C is equal to epsilon A by D. So that is also the capacitance value is increases because of inserting the dielectric medium. And also the energy stored in the capacitor is U naught is equal to half C naught V naught square. We doesn't take that value of half Q naught square by V naught. We doesn't take that value. So because here both the charge and capacitance are changed, whereas in the equation so V naught remains constant. That's why we have to take this value for the energy stored in the capacitor. And also it can be rearranged that is after dielectric is inserted, the capacitance value is also here the energy stored is also increases. So U is equal to half C V naught square is equal to half epsilon or C naught V naught square. So half epsilon or C naught V naught square is considered as half C naught V naught square is considered as a U naught. So that's why U is equal to epsilon or U naught. So here the energy stored in the capacitance is increase. And another important topic of the capacitor is the capacitor in series and parallel. So this topic is also important topic. So capacitor in series. Let us consider this picture. The capacitance in series, C1, C2, C3 are connected to the battery. So it can supply the voltage, that is potential difference, volt V. So it can be considered as CS. So CS means capacitance in series. Now find out the expression of the capacitance value, capacitance in series. In this expression, the capacitor stores some amount of charge that is considered as Q, and also the voltage across each capacitor is different, that is V1, V2 and V3. So here we conclude that the charge remains constant and the voltage can be different. So V1, V2 and V3. So here the total voltage can be, we have to find out V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Since you know the general formula C is equal to Q by V, here V is equal to Q by C. So now you have to substitute that V is equal to Q by C for all the values. So for V, Q by C, for V1, Q remains constant and that the capacitance only change. So Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. Then finally you take the common value of Q value and cancel the value of Q. Then you will get 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So that is considered as capacitance in series. So 1 by C suffix S is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Then capacitance in parallel. So the parallel connection like this. So C1, C2 and C3, the potential difference remains constant, and the C1, C2, C3 are the separate capacitors. So the charges is also different. So Q1, Q2 and Q3. So we have to find out the CP value here. So capacitance in parallel, V remains constant. The capacitance of the capacitor in different. That's why the charge stored in each capacitor is also different, is not same. So Q1, Q2 and Q3. According to the law of conservation of total charge, so Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So from the general equation, C is equal to Q by V. So Q is equal to CV. Substitute that value in the above equation. For Q, CV, for Q1, C1V plus C2V plus C3V. So take the value of common value V value and cancel for the two terms. Then C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. That C is referred as capacitance in parallel. So CP is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Thank you.